turn the page. Our endless tale has just begun.
Greetings. This program may contain mature content. From the hilt cautions. Viewer discretion is advised. This is live content and sometimes people swear. Because we like to say shit if we want to. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Alright, I am Logan the G.I. Joe Gamer. We are back for another Endless Quest book reading. Tonight we're going to read Lair the Lich, which I'll show you the cover a little bit better here. We got Bobby Catalano in the house. Hey, Bobby. It's good to see you. Let's see, there's no delay tonight. Thank goodness. And we got a cool gamer showing up. Hey, cool gamer. It's always good to see you. And look at this. Tiger popped in. So we got at least 3 in the chat. That's look, Phil's Treehouse. All right, Phil. So we got Tiger. We got to say, hey, Tiger. And we got Phil's Treehouse. Hey, Phil, what's up? It's good to see you guys. So that's 4. At least we got lots more people in the chat, but that's enough to make some choices here because that's how this works around here. I read, you choose which way we go. Some music in the background. Okay, so we got, I have not put the poll up, and I need to do that real quick. Because I'm so ready to go tonight. So, what shall we read next time? That's what I'm going to put in for. What shall we read next time? Because next month we should be doing one of these. Well, last month I had a lot going on with my G.I. Joe movie, and it was just crazy. So we got 4 choices. We got Villains of Vulturnus. We got Circus of Fear, and I will put all these in here. Add the other 2 options. We got Captive Planet, which is a Star Frontiers sci-fi one, which we haven't done yet. And one more, Prisoners of Elderwood. Prisoner of Elderwood. Prisoners sounds familiar. Prisoner of Elderwood. Now I haven't read this one, so I don't know what it's about, but there's the poll, guys. And I'll go over the covers here. We got Lair the Lich that we're reading tonight. Okay, Villains of Vulturnus. We'll be able to read that one if you guys want. Another Star Frontiers. Circus of Fear is a really good one. So got that coming up if you guys want. And Captive Planet, another Star Frontiers. We got 2 choices of Star Frontiers next time. And Prisoner of Elderwood. So we got 2 D&D and 2 Star Frontiers on the poll, ready to go. It's good to see everybody tonight. I hope you guys are ready for some fun and some hanging out and chilling and making some decisions and me reading and being told. We got Jess Laws in the house. Hey, Jess. I figured you'd show up here. We were talking in Bear's chat a little while ago. So, no circus, no fucking clowns. That's not what that means. No. There's no clowns. No. It's D&D. We're only starting so. I don't remember. It's been so long since I read that one. Free the Planet. There you go. Captive Planet. I haven't read those in so long. And in fact, I probably only read those like once when I was younger. So it should be fun for me and you guys too. Any of those. I don't think I've ever read Prisoner of Elderwood. I think I bought that recently, and yeah, it's in really good shape. So Captive Planet, so Circus of Fear. Now, I put them in the order of numbers. Okay, so Villains of Vulturnus is 8, Circus of Fear is 10, Captive Planet was 17, and Prisoner of Elderwood was number 32. Now, I have like 1 through 18 in a row, and but yeah, it's good. It's good to see you, Jess. Good to see everybody tonight. All right, you guys. I think we should just jump right into it tonight since I put you guys off for so long. We got Lair the Lich tonight. Just stole your crown? Well, you guys are going to have to fight for it to get back. You know the best way, but you know, we don't have to go over all that. You guys know it. And that's why I switched back to the widescreen format so that we can just be ourselves and do our thing. You know, it's cool if people jump in, but you know, whatever. For this show, it's casual and you know, we're just hanging out, having a good time. So, all right, you guys ready for Lair of the Lich? The one that Jess calls the White Worm. I don't know why. Yeah, happy birthday late to Tiger. Tiger's birthday was day before yesterday on Tuesday. So thank you, Bobby. Good to see everybody in the chat. Are we ready for this? Trapped in the Lich's lair. I think the music needs to come down even a bit more. Yeah, really low, but I guess it's one of those that are loud. Okay. All right, you are about to set off on an adventure in which you will meet many dangers and face many decisions. Your choices will determine how the story turns out, so be careful. You must choose wisely. Do not read this book from beginning to end. Instead, as you are faced with a decision, follow the instructions and keep turning to the pages where your choices lead you until you come to an end. At any point, your choice could bring success or disaster. You can read Lair of the Lich many times with many different results. So if you make an unwise choice, go back to the beginning and start again. Good luck on your adventure. I'm going to do one thing here. I'm going to turn the light on so I can see. So hot in the daytime. You turn that light on and this makes it hotter. We got some air conditioning. Everybody saying hi. You said hey. Well, hey back, buddy. That's good to see you. I don't know what kind of straw we're going for, but let's draw. Okay. In this story, you are Eric, a young magic user who has lately been deeply troubled by disturbing dreams that seem to foretell the future, and there's something more. Though you haven't quite been able to put your finger on it, as the story begins, you are tossing restlessly in your bed when something, in your groggy state, you know not what, awakens you with a start. Dun dun dun! And that's how we start this one. You're awakened from dreams. Oh yes, dreams. Working with a start. What kind of dreams are we having here? We are having disturbing dreams that foretell the future. Okay, here we go. I guess we're playing a kid again. Father, father, you cry out anxiously as you charge up the old castle's twisted staircase toward your father's tower room. It was only a dream, you keep telling yourself. Only a dream, and yet what you saw seemed all too real. Your father's workroom was in shambles. All his delicate equipment smashed, and worst of all, your father lay hurt on the workroom floor. You careen around the corner through the door, and there in front of you is the very scene you dreamed and hoped wasn't real. The tables and chairs are all overturned. The bookcases thrown to the floor, their contents scattered. Smashed bottles litter the floor everywhere. Your heart begins to pound in your chest. If this is real, what if? A soft moan comes from under one of the large tables. You dash to it and, with all of your strength, throw it aside. Your father lies underneath the table, his long white beard stained with blood. With tears in your eyes, you hastily pull a kerchief from your pocket and begin dabbing the dust from his eyes and mouth. Father, you murmur, the word catching on a sob that suddenly springs up from your throat. Eric, he whispers weakly. You help him to sit up. Father, what has happened? The Lich. It appeared suddenly in the room. It demanded my book of magic spells. I tried to stop it. Did it get the book? You ask urgently. Your father nods sadly. There was nothing I could do to stop it there. We must get it back. There's no telling what the creature might do with such a book. Don't worry about it, cool gamer. Just have fun tonight, man. Shh. Calm yourself. Calm yourself, father. We'll get it back. I'll go myself. But first I must tell you something. Last night I dreamed all of this. All of it. I dreamed that the laboratory was ruined. You were hurt. Everything. Just the way it happened. You don't know what a lich is, Bobby? Well, then you will find out with some of us in the chat. I know what a lich is. A faint smile curls your father's lips. Your psionic power is beginning to appear. I knew it would. When you start having visions of things that have yet to be, it means your mind is ready. Your abilities will begin to unfold like a butterfly from its chrysalis. With what you already know of magic, plus your newly discovered powers, you may yet become one of the world's great wizards. Live long and thrive, my son. But father, it frightens me. And so it should, my son. Any new power creates a certain giddiness. It's to be expected. But remember, these new strengths bring great responsibility. Nothing is given. There is always a price. There are creatures that haunt users of the power. We've discussed them already. Beware. Keep your defenses up at all times. But enough of this. We must turn our thoughts to more pressing matters. We must recover that book. Yeah, there you go. Lich is sort of a wizard, skeleton, something else. It's a bit more complicated, but you know. He was once a lich, but you got better. It doesn't work that way, buddy. The process to become a lich. We actually had one of our players do that in the game one time. It was horrible. I think I'm a magicless lich. No lich. You still have your flesh intact, Bobby. Hey, Ray. We got a Radini in the house. What's up, Ray? It's good to see you. Now we have achieved outrageous. It's good to see you guys tonight. All right. We got a full house, so let's keep on reading. All right, we got a picture. You want to see the picture? There it is. Woo! Yes, that's you standing up and your father in bed. They kind of look the same. All right, well, let me see here. Our cover artist is Jeff Easley. That's kind of what I thought. So it looks like a Jeff Easley to me. Interior artwork is by Jim Rosloff. He's one of the classics. Yes, one of the ones who helps TSR get started. In the latest Dragon Age video game, there's a major NPC who wants to become a lich. Yeah, it's that. What kind of insanity is that? We don't know. All right, I'll go farther. Rumor has it a lich has moved into Necropolis. It must be the one that came here. A lich's magic is strong, but its range is limited. No, you're fine, Bobby. It's very close to Lichen, so I get what you mean. Yes, Castle Necropolis, a vile place, thoroughly suitable for a lich. Hateful undead thing. Horrid creatures, liches. It's shocking to think that they were once magicians like us, and to sell your soul for the sake of living forever. A monstrous thing to do, a plague on them. Yes, go, my son, and take Panim with you. There's a word, P-N-I-M-M. Panim, or I think we'll just go with Nim and make the P silent. How's that sound? Scratch that itch, yes. Okay, take Nim with you. That is, if you can stand his complaining. But best not tell him where you're going until you get there. You know how skittish he is about the undead. And hurry here. For mercy's sake. That lich will be active again at sunset. If it starts to use my spells, a book of spells, I don't like to think what might happen. Rumor has it. There you go. Surprise you. Oh, we'll see what happens. Never mind. All right, you guys, here we go. You hesitate upstairs only long enough to make sure the servants have tended to your father properly. Then you rush down to the kitchen. Nim sleeps in a wooden box by the stove. He's rather small, even for a familiar. Less than 3 feet from crown to toe. And the box, which was once used to store firewood, fits him perfectly. Nim, you shout as you enter the room. Get up, we're leaving. Leaving? Whines the little man. Oh, so that was Nim. Okay, it's Nim in the box. Okay, that's your familiar, I guess. Nim in the box. Living in a box. Living in a cardboard box. That's who cares? Yeah, there you go. All right, so leaving, whines the little man. propping himself up on his elbow. He looks at you sourly, his face still puffed with sleep. At this hour? Where to? We've been charged with a mission. My father's spellbook has been stolen. It must be recovered and quickly. Stolen? By whom? I'll explain all that to you on the way. Grab your cloak and sword. I'm having a horse saddle. Outside, dawn is breaking. Windwalker, one of your father's prized stallions, is pacing impatiently in the courtyard. You leap onto his back and snatch up the reins just as Nim straggles out the door. Start over? You wasn't paying attention? No, we're not doing that, Jess. Dreams. That became reality. Spellbook stolen. Going after spellbook with familiar Nim. There's the recap. All right. He's just a little person, it looks like. Little dude. He's like 3 feet tall. This better not be your idea of a joke, he says bitterly, struggling to fasten his buckler around his tiny waist. It's no joke, you say with an indulgent smile. Even though Nim was created by magic and therefore never was a child, you'll be darned if sometimes he doesn't act like one. You reach down and help him up into the saddle behind you. You still haven't told me where we're going, he notes. You'll see. Hold on. You dig your spurs into the huge horse, and like a lightning bolt, he charges out of the shadowy courtyard and down the road. Windwalker. Man, isn't that a cool name for a horse? Windwalker? We haven't got to the Lich yet. That's the idea. He stole the spellbook and took off. Chicago! No, not Chicago. Nobody wants to talk to me in the chat? Why? They'll talk to you, cool gamer. Don't worry about it. The competitor's product, Lich away. Lich away. During the rest of the morning and forenoon, you test Windwalker's prowess to its limit, driving the animal harder and harder up Loch Nor Pass, over Razorback Mountain, toward the sea. Finally, in mid-afternoon, lathered with sweat, the big stallion prances onto an outcropping of rock. Below is the coast, where waves send up geysers of foam between the jagged rocks. Out from them on a narrow finger of land overlooking the water stand the few remaining walls of a ruined castle, a monument of a previous time. Castle Necropolis, intones Nim unhappily. This is what you dragged me out of bed for? You nod solemnly. No sense trying to hide it any longer. The Lich has infested the ruins, you tell him. It was the Lich that stole my father's book. Great, mumbles Nim, sarcastically as the horse begins to pick a trail down through the rocks. A haunted castle with ghouls, ghast, and ghosts and liches. A haunted castle with ghouls, ghosts, and liches? Just what I wanted to do today. The path is old and strewn with fallen rock. Windwalker is as sure-footed as a dancer. He moves easily until he comes to a fork. I hope they have a picture of Windwalker in here. This horse sounds badass. The right-hand road seems to be the main thoroughfare, while the left seems to lead down to the sea, probably to a rear entrance, you say. What do you think? You're asking me, says Nim testily. I didn't want to come here in the first place, remember? We have to choose. Either we storm the front door or we slip around the back. But which? Okay, front door or slip around the back? If you favor taking the right-hand road to the front door of the ruined castle, turn to page 21. If you think the back door seems like a better bet, turn to page 15. I think we know what Ray's going to choose. What's up, my friend? Kind of weak-ass list needs to steal someone's CBL. Yeah, someone else's book, right? We should be able to take him even as a boy, but we're a magic user with psionics. Let's do this. Yeah, reach around. There you go. The left-hand path. Which is the left-hand path? Oh, yeah, you want the reach around. You want the back door. I knew it, buddy. Oh, shit. Slip around the back. Okay, so we got 2 votes for the back. This one's special, Rue. Oh, it's okay, cool gamer. Just have fun. Yeah, that's right, Jess. Yeah, cool gamer. Let's just have a good time, buddy. So far, we're looking at the reach around, guys. I miss where we are even. We're at a castle. We're about to enter Necropolis. A castle named Necropolis, which means City of the Dead. Let's do this. All right, so we got the right-hand road to the front door, or take the left-hand passage and move around to the back door. Tax practice makes perfect. Oh, you'll follow the crowd? All right. So far, the crowd is leaning towards the spankings, There you go. There you go, Phil. Never go through the front door. Are you crazy? So that's 4 for the back door if you count Bobby. Uh-oh. We get one more. Then we'll call it. Go through the front door. All right, Jess, you're outvoted, but yeah, that's 5 votes. All right. We got 4 votes for the back door. I guess we're going to the back door. See, there you go, cool gamer. Got your initials, CG. No one's ignoring you, buddy. We're just getting started and having some fun. All right. Time to go to that back door, guys. Bad naughty nude. Oh, you know what I'm missing? I'm missing my bookmark, so we can. You know what? I'll use this tonight since I don't want to do it. I'll just use this. Okay, so we've got a mulligan page. All right, let's see what happens when we go to that back door. The narrow path that you thought would lead to the castle's rear entry ends in a drop-off, 30 feet above the sea. Below, waves dash angrily against the rocks, and to your left, protecting the old building from the water's fury, is a foundation of piled stones. The rear entrance itself, which you can barely see on the other side of the foundation, looks to be a journey of about 400 feet from where you stand. The rocks are slippery and wet, and when you test your footing on one, your foot slips off. We'll leave Windwalker here. Climb onto my back, little fellow. You yell over the sound of the surf, and I'll carry you. Why doesn't that make me feel any safer? Asked Nim. He scrambles onto your shoulders and clings to them for dear life as you begin to edge your way toward the castle. Occasionally a wave breaks below, sending up a cloud of spray. And by the time you reach the cave-like entrance, the 2 of you are soaked to the skin. Rear entrance. Oh, you made a Zoot t-shirt. That's cool. No bad, naughty Zoot and Newt. Monty Python references, guys. What t-shirt continues? Yes, it does. Okay, complains Nim. I don't care of this place if this place is haunted. Let's get inside. I'm freezing. The entry is a large square opening with a floor of gravel that's been washed up by the sea. In front of it is a portcullis, a grid of heavy iron-plated timbers. And when you first see that, your heart sinks a little. But Nim comes to the rescue, hopping down from his perch on your shoulders. He squeezes through one of the small holes in the grid and throws the counterbalance on the other side. The grate rises with a great deal of creaking and groaning. Bring out the Zimp. All right, let me check something here real quick. See if it's an emergency, but it's not. All right. Sergeant Dan, who maybe contributed to the radio show. He's sharing some songs with me. His first one, Into the Void, was really cool. So hope he puts it out. We'll see what happens. All right, let's see. Thank you, you say as you step through the newly cleared opening. Do me a favor, says Nim. Don't thank me. You begin moving up a narrow passage, stepping over odd pieces of debris, and you notice some white objects on the floor. It must be stones, you think absently. You stoop to pick one up, but suddenly you draw back. What is it? Asks Nim. A skeleton. Ooh! He groans. That's disgusting. For once, you're inclined to agree with the little fellow. You sidestep the bones and continue on. You haven't gone far when you hear an odd clicking behind you. What was that? Croaks Nim as in a terrified whisper. You start to say, but something hits the back of your head. You fall to the floor, but quickly roll over and see the skeleton you were looking at earlier come to light. It's standing over you, and in its bony grasp is Nim, struggling to free himself. The thing holds him high overhead and is about to dash him onto the gravel floor. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I guess he is a homunculus. Check it out. Oh no, poor Nim. And you on the ground, helpless. Yeah, he's our familiar. We're not a witch. We're a young magic user. Let me tell Dan that I'm live here. Live right now. I'll listen later. Thanks. Thanks, Charge. Okay. You know you have to act fast. 3 possibilities flash through your mind. Nim's sword, which is about the size of a dagger, is lying at your feet where he apparently dropped it. You could grab it and attack the skeleton, although something in the back of your mind, something you once heard about skeletons and undead, warns you this might not be a good idea. Maybe you should cast a spell. There is one spell your father taught you that might work, but it has to be done right, and you're not sure you remember it. Or you could use your psionic powers. In spite of the dangers your father told you about, what should you do? New choices, new mulligan page, my friends. We got, if you prefer to do battle with Nim's sword. Why is it worded that way? It sounds like you're going to fight Nim's sword. Like you're going to use Nim's sword to do battle. Turn to page 86. 86, we'd be out of there, I think. I don't know, so we'll see. If you'd rather try the spell, turn to page 124. But if you want to take a chance on your new psionics, in spite of your father's warnings, turn to page 34. Why do I never understand the chat? You know, Bobby, it depends on the day for me. All right, so sword, spell, psionics. Psionics is mental powers. Spell, it's a skeleton. All right, we got 1 for the spell. Uno for spell. I never understand what the fuck Logan is saying. Well, thanks, Jess. Can we share Nim's sword in the back door? Shove Nim's sword in the back door? That's not one of the options, Phil. Mother knows best, but father, oh no. Oh no. Come on, we need some votes, guys. Swords, spells, psionics. I know we're going to get this option a lot in this book. But just laughing. You guys, it's good to have you in the chat. Let's have some fun. Oh, Victor shows up. I did invite him. So psionic. Sorry, we got 1 for magic, 1 for psionic. Not bathe. That's 2 for psionics. Look at this. Mental power, mental power. Spell and psionics. That's not the option, Jess. You got to pick one or the other. 2 for psionics, 1 for magic. Throw the sword. Okay, well, that's 1 for the sword. Looks like psionics is winning so far, guys. Wow, 3 choices. We got 2 psionics, 1 for magic, 1 for the sword, and somebody laughing when you throw the sword. Eli's not here. No Lucas tonight. Burger King gave Ray a crown. Not sure why. Was it his birthday? His birthday's coming up later. Let me see. Some birthdays.
We got spell and spell, so I took both.
There's somebody. Oh, hey, Richard, the dungeon crawler in the house. Hey, buddy. And he votes for spell. Did she spell? Damn it. Okay, so that's 3 for spell, 2 for psionics, 1 for sword. Good to see you, Richard. Even though they put Greg on my receipt. Ray means king. No, it doesn't. It means king. I don't think so. It's like a golden drop of sun. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you, buddy. All right. Looks like Magic's our winner. We got lots of votes in tonight. All right. Let's do this. We're taking the spells route. Also, I said his name was Greg. Never mind. Okay. All right. Spell 124. Mulligan page. $124. It seems like it's taking forever to turn to this page for some reason. Whoop, there it is. All right, let's do this. What's the count? 3 to 2 to 1. That's 6 votes, dude. That's more than half the chat. So, you know, there we go. Whatever, read what you want. You're just because you're outvoted, Ray. You won the vote last time. All right. The spell that came to mind earlier is called Protection from Evil. You hope you can remember how to cast it. Quickly, you get out 2 small pouches from the folds of your robe. One contains silver dust and the other iron fillings. You sprinkle them in a circle around you on the floor, being careful to mix the 2 about equally. Then you begin to chant the words of the spell. The game over. Maybe, Bobby. Maybe. From the powdered mixture on the floor, a glowing vapor arises, lifts to a level even with your head, presses itself against you, and disappears. A protective shield has now been formed around you, invisible and impenetrable by any creature with an evil heart. The skeleton, who has been watching this process with great interest, backs away uncertainly. Apparently, somewhere in its vile existence, it's seen this spell before. Put him down, you order, pointing at them. Cautiously, the bony creature places Nim on the floor. You step forward to see if the little fellow is all right, and the skeleton backs away, fearfully. Ha! You shout at it, and the skeleton turns and dashes off into the dark like a frightened rabbit. Expelliarmus? Protection from weevils? Yes, it's the lesser of 2 weevils. Let's see. You'd think you'd offer to make it a man. You'd think you would offer to make it a man again the way it ran off, says Nim, getting to his feet and brushing himself off. Don't you hate the undead when they get pushy? Expecto Patronum. Yeah, that's about it. Yes. Come on, you say impatiently. Skeletons don't attack on their own. That means the Lich can't be far away. Feels like we turned it. That's just about what happened, right? The protection from evil, I've never imagined it that way. That's actually a really cool way to imagine the protection from evil spell. It's not often used in our games, though. Very useful. It's there. No. Let me see. Come on! Okay, together you head up the passage, which quickly grows very dark. You light a torch, and by its glow, you see a number of shiny objects scattered on the floor. You stoop to pick up a few. Coins, you say. Silver ones. Forget them, says Nim sourly. We're after a book, remember? These might lead us to the Lich. Liches love treasure, but don't like silver. These could be the coins the Lich discarded. I suppose anything's possible, Nim concedes with a shrug. And if it'll hurry things along any, I say we follow the coins. You continue down the passageway, following the trail of coins, in a short line. The passage splits, the coins lead in only one direction. From the other hallway, a revolting smell. What's that? asked Nim, wrinkling his nose. You mean you want to follow that? It could be anything, even the Lich. You mean you want to follow that too? Maybe. What do you think we ought to do? If I have a choice between following a trail of coins and a smell like that, I'll take the coins. He starts off in that direction. You watch him go. You can always chase after him and turn him around. The smell intrigues you. Should you follow it, or should you tag after Nim in the direction of the coins? If you want to follow the coins, turn to page 14. If you want to retrieve Nim and investigate the smell, turn to page 121. So, coins or smell? Follow the coins. Already got a vote. All right. Why are Burger King's fries better than McDonald's? I don't know. I love Burger King fries a lot more than McDonald's. Since this book, Tiger. Yes, since this book. Silver bad for liches. Yeah, I never heard that before either. Well, our author here is not on the cover. Interesting. That's not cool. You got to put the author's name on the cover. Bruce Algazin. There we go. Oh, there it is. It's really light. It's on the cover, but you can hardly see it. It's right down there. It's really Can you see it? It's there. Oh. All right. So got 2 for the coins. All right. Since they're actually werewolves. Yeah, werewolves. Treating smells lead to trouble. McDonald's are hit and miss. When they're good, they're good. Yeah, true. All the money, that's 3. Just salt, I think, Bobby. Yeah. I like the salt. I don't like the salt at McDonald's that well. McDonald's are thieves. Yeah. I think they all are. 4 for coins. That's 4 for coins. Boom. It's kind of unanimous so far. Looks like Bobby is voting coins 2. Okay, so that's 5. I think that says coins all over the place. Okay, so we are turning to page 14. We'll leave our mulligan marker here. Charging around almost as much as an actual restaurant. I know, huh? That's why we don't go out to eat very often. I think it's been a long time since I had a burger from a restaurant. I think the last burger I had was from a place called Warren's, and my buddy Brian, he came up and met with me, gave me with ADHD, and he bought me a burger at Warren's. It was awesome. That was before. Yeah. I don't know. I remember. Tiger's confusing me with memories. Okay. All right, here we go. Following the trail of coins, Nim leads you to an archway. Do you think this leads to a treasure room, you ask? I doubt it. Look, the coins don't stop here. They go farther on. But let's see what's in here anyways. If nothing else, it may be way out of this maze. You know these coins are rather odd. Scooping down and collecting a few off the floor. Not all of them are silver. Some of them are adamantine. Wow. That's a difficult metal to mine, and because of its hardiness, even more difficult to mint. Yes. Great, says Nim. Totally uninterested. Why don't you save them for your coin collection? You do have a collection, and these coins would, in fact, make a fine addition. I think they'll do just that, you say, and you stuff them into the folds of your robe. Turn to page 19. Let's see. I thought you were going to say that Red made it. I'd rather get a burger from IHOP. It's bigger and better and bigger. I don't think I've had a burger at IHOP. That sounds good. Anything right now sounds good because I haven't had dinner yet. Checkers has seasoned fries. I've never eaten at a Checkers. Adamantine coins, huh? Yeah. Wow. Who would take the time to make coins out of adamantine? So I'm turning to 19 here. After a short walk down an arched hallway, you come face to face with a metal door. Cautiously, you push at the door. It opens, and you find yourself looking out onto a narrow balcony, which in turn looks out onto an enormous room, 2 or 3 stories high. Slit windows in the ceiling provides the light, and far below, scattered over the floor, are a number of wooden contraptions. I don't know what's happening now, Jess. This is all new. You stuff them into the folds of your muffin top. There you go. BK's fries are seasoned. Yes, I love the way BK's fries are seasoned. Torture machines, Nim exclaims. It's a torture chamber, he says, looking around. We must be in the observation gallery. Maybe, but this room's got a new tenant now. You say, look. In the far corner, the torture equipment has been pushed back, and tables full of magical paraphernalia have been set up. The Lich's lair, breathes Nim. And there's the Lich itself! Lying on its back on a battered couch is a skeleton-like creature. Its eye sockets stare out blankly, and its teeth are set in a hideous grin. Thank heaven it's still daylight, says Nim, remarks. Otherwise, the Liches can't come out in the daylight now? Wow, this is new. This is a way different Lich. Rallies is the same as Checkers. I've never been to either. Never heard of Rallies, no. Laying on a couch? Yeah, that's what it says. The Lich, run! There you go. Let's see what happens. Okay. Listen, you say solemnly. We need a plan. The sun will set soon, and we have to find that book. Then if there's time, maybe we could use the book to cast a spell to destroy the Lich. Or we could wait until after sunset when the Lich becomes active. We could let it show us where the book is. Then we could swoop in, grab it, and make our getaway. What do you think, Nim? Nim is our little familiar, Bobby. He's just a little guy, about like 2 to 3 feet tall. And apparently his your father in this book created it. Does he wear sunglasses too? I don't know. That'd be cool. Never heard of rallies either. Wait, the Lich is napping? Yeah, for some reason it's asleep during the day. I've never heard of that either. This guy, okay, Bruce Algeson has a lot of ideas that are way different from a lot of other game masters and writers, authors. All right, so let's see. That's what do you think, Nim? This is page 20. I think I'm going home, the little man says. He's serious. We've got to decide. Both sound awfully dangerous to me. Couldn't we just wait and let the Lich show us where the book is, then wait some more until it goes back to bed and then take the book? No, we can't be sure of remaining hidden that long. Besides, we don't know what the Lich plans to do with the book. We can't give it a whole 12 hours to experiment with it. We've got to do something, and we've got to do it now. How else can a kid go up against the Lich? I don't know. Lose change attack. There you lose change attack. All right, our choices are this, guys. We got a new mulligan page. If you prefer to go down into the lair and search for the book right now, turn to page 88. But if you think it's getting too close to sunset and you should wait right where you are, turn to page 148. So now, go for it now or wait. Put the silver coins on his eyes. That's an idea. I had a big crush on Corey Hart when I was a kid. Is that the other Corey Feldman's best bud? I don't remember. Make a circle of silver coins around the Lich. There you go. Burn, baby, burn. Its eyes. None of these are choices for the book. Are we going to try for the book now or are we going to wait? Those are the options, guys. Okay, I got one for wait. There we go. One vote for wait. Wow. Find book now. So one for now, one for wait. Bum, bum, bum. Find the book now. Okay, that's two for now. Jess, you and Ray are not voting the same. Not once tonight have you guys been on the same page. He's a singer in the 80s, duh. I don't remember Corey Hart. I probably know his music, but I don't remember his name. Though I'm sure we'll get caught either way. All right, that's three for now. Three for now. One, we're going to be careful when we with the one for wait. No. I like that tiger. And I'm sure we'll get caught either way. You know, this is just, I have never heard of a Lich sleeping during the day. In fact, I've never heard of a Lich sleeping, period. They don't need to sleep. They're undead. You probably remember his hot bod. No, I don't remember. Ray. Yeah. That's how Jess remembers him, right? I'm wearing my sunglasses. Was that his song? I don't know. I know that song. Okay. So what we got, guys? We got three for now and one for wait. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can something. Liches are so driven for power and knowledge they can't rest. There you go. I agree. But according to Bruce Algeson, in his world, they sleep during the day, even when dead. That's right. All right. Looks like we're going to go for now if I don't get any more votes, guys, because we got three for now. That's only a third of the chat, though. We only had 4 votes. One more would be a little over half. Well, now it's half. That number keeps going up and down. Go, go, go. Okay, all right. Looks like we're going now. And if we go now, we turn to 88. So 88. I wear my sunglasses tonight so I can watch you leave your breath when the story lines. Hurry up already. Yeah, okay, what's the question? The question was now or wait. Go now or wait. And It looks like now has won, Bobby. We go now. Oh, I got a picture of the Lich sleeping. Check it out. Sleeping Lich. Woo. Let's see if I can straighten it out. See it. Focus. There we go. Woo. Sleeping Lich. All right. So hurry up already. That changes their vote to now. Phil knows the words. All right. Dangerous as it is, going down now looks like the safest bet. The two of you search through your packs until you find a length of rope. You tie one end of it to the railing and with your little friend on your shoulder, begin climbing down. Nah, it's okay, Bobby. Remember, you don't have to worry about waking the Lich. Remember, you don't have to worry about waking the Lich, Remember, you don't have to worry about waking the Lich, you tell Nim. It's not sleeping, it's refreshing itself on the astral plane. No amount of noise is going to bother it. Oh, this might be true. I've never really this work, but that might work. Let's see. My little friend, yes. Say hello to my little friend. Once on the floor, the two of you move directly to the Lich's makeshift lab and begin your search. You know what your father's book looks like, so you take the bookcase while Nim goes through the things on the tables. You realize that this is no time for neatness. Anything that is not the book, you throw onto the floor in a big pile. Nim too kicks everything he can off the table, and it falls to the floor with a loud clatter. Meanwhile, the sunlight is fading from the windows. On the divan, at first unnoticed in your hasty search, the Lich is returning from its sojourn on the astral plane. Bone clicks against bone. Ancient breath begins to wheeze in immortal lungs. Yeah, a Lich is kind of like a zombie, but they don't have any flesh on the outside, but they do still have flesh, so they may have lungs. I don't see why they would need lungs because they're dead, but wow, that's interesting. You should attack it as replenishment state. Makeshift lab, what kind of half-assed Lich is this? I know, huh? Suddenly you sense what's happening without having to turn around, and a frantic feeling of urgency surges through you. You pull the bookcase from the wall. It hits the floor with a rush, a rude smash. Rude smash. A rude smash. Sending bindings and bits of parchment everywhere. No wonder he had to steal the book. Yep, he's a lame-ass Lich. We'll find out here. But something far more fell than just books and wood. You heard something metal fall, too. So there was a little bit of metal in there. I don't know if we can do metal. Maybe, okay, there we go. Smash! I think it's a Disney movie, Tiger, the accidental Lich. Okay, you kick through the debris until you find it. A box, so finely crafted it must be dwarven work. You pick it up and shake it. You turn to your companion. I think the book's inside, you shout, holding up the box. Instead of answering, Nim lets out an angry, frustrated, pain-filled cry. And you rush to see what's the matter. What? He's lying on the tabletop, one leg extended out behind him. Broken beakers, shattered bottles of mineral specimens, and gripping mechanisms for holding material steady are all around him. Inside one of the gripping mechanisms, between its base and the table, his tiny foot is wedged fast. You try to pull it out, and Nim remains in pain. What are we going to do, you ask in despair. You begin to curse the stars for your bad luck. But something, a sound, or maybe only a feeling makes you turn around. Standing over you, a full 2 feet taller than you, looking down with its smoldering, ember-like eyes, is the Lich. If the creature was frightening and in repose, it's terrifying awake. The blood drains from your head. You're sure you're going to faint, but you're so paralyzed with fear, you can't even do that. The Lich's eyes hold you with a will of their own. And yet, deep down in the very core of you, a voice begins to speak. The Lich is afraid of you too, Eric, it says. Afraid of you and your power. Why else would it lay so many traps and go to such lengths to protect itself from you? At this thought, some of your strength returns. You clutch the box with what you opens the book inside tightly under your chest. You could run now. You feel you might even get enough of a surprise start to get away, but you'd have to leave Nim behind with the Lich. Can you do such a thing, dear friend? If you feel you must rescue the book of spells no matter what, turn to page 106. If you feel that you can't desert Nim for any reason, turn to page 139. So, run or stay and help your friend. New Mulligan. It's only 2 feet taller than a kid. Yeah, I know. Cauldron was used to raise an undead army. Well, if the kid's like 4 feet, that would make him like 6 feet. You know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, 8 votes in the poll. Ooh, looks like Prisoner of Elderwood's in the lead, guys. We'll see. We'll see. Stay. All right, screw Nim. So we got 1 for run, 1 for stay. What a choice. Yeah, exactly, Bobby. What a choice. Oh, hell, what a choice. I like that, Bobby. Where's Cool Gamer? I don't know. I haven't seen him for a while. He hasn't been making choices, that's for sure. He thought everybody was ignoring him, but we weren't. But I haven't seen him comment in a while. You still in there, Cool Gamer? Aren't we like bonded to the familiar? I don't know. It might be your dad's familiar. It wasn't very clear. Yeah, he's here. All right, buddy. All right, listening and having a good time, I hope. So nobody's forgotten you, Cool Gamer. All right. Should I stay or should I go now? It's like leaving your arm behind. Yeah, so I guess you're voting for stay. So I'm going to count that as 2 for stay. Rescue Nim, that's 3. Bobby says rescue Nim. So that's 3 for stay, 1 for go. What do we do, Cool Gamer? Find the book or help our friend? Save Nim. Okay, that's changed the vote. So now we're at 4 for staying to save Nim. Risking our own life and the book for our familiar. Or our dad's familiar. I'm not sure. Well, maybe it's just homunculus. Maybe they just called it a familiar, even if it's not bonded to them. Maybe his dad created it and it hasn't been bonded yet. Maybe it's meant to become your familiar. I don't know. They weren't very clear. But yeah, it's just a book. What do you mean, Rudini? He wants you to make a choice. Is this Nim from Nim's Island? Nah, this is Panim. It's P-N-I-M-N. I don't know. I'm just saying the P is silent. You know, like, you know. What are some words where the P is silent? Psionics. Psychic. Yeah, there we go. See, there's quite a few. But no, it's not Nim from Nim's Island. And I think there was a Nim amulet in one of the earlier Ed's Quest books. There were 4, I think. I can't remember the title right off the top of my head. We've read it before. Cool Gamer, it's a choice in the book. Logan is reading. Yes, that's half the fun, dude. You guys get to choose what we do. So right now we have 4 votes to stay and help our friend Nim, our familiar, who's trapped, or run from the Lich with the box, hopefully that has a spellbook in it. It might not even be in there. So you know, yeah, with an extra M on the end there, Ray. So yeah, it's got 2 M's. I can't imagine it would be pronounced Panim. I'm thinking it's just Nim. No worries, Cool Gamer. It's all good. We have 4 votes to stay and help. I'm guessing that's what's going to happen, but I don't know. We'll wait. Just a couple more minutes, see if we get any more votes. Ray, you should vote instead of asking Cool Gamers. If that's the choice, help him. There you go, Ray. So that's 5. All right, that's almost unanimous, you guys. So let's go help him. At 106. Ooh, I got a picture. Oh no, 106 is running. We go 139. Okay, let's do this right. We don't need to see that picture. Okay. Let me look ahead and see if we got some choices coming up, or if this is. No, it's not the end. All right, guys. If I'm going to do something, you think, your mind racing, I'm going to have to do it fast. Without letting on what you're thinking, you throw the box, book and all, in the Lich's face. The move catches the creature by surprise and knocks it to the floor. That's not going to stop it for long, you think, but at least you bought yourself a few more seconds. The box must not have been solidly locked, because when it hits, it springs open, spilling the book out onto the floor. You run over and start to scoop the book up. It's lying open to a page of spells, and it dawns on you that maybe, just maybe, you could find a spell that the Lich can't counteract. But you're going to have to hurry. Frantically, you begin to read while the Lich pulls its bony self upright. But there doesn't seem to be anything, you think. Getting more and more frustrated from the book, from the look of it, your father's been working on conjuring spells only, and you don't need any additional entities. You've plenty to deal with as it is. Meanwhile, Nim's fear is getting the best of him. "Run, Eric!" he shouts. "Take the book and run! Watch out, it's coming!" You flip page after page, shoot spell after spell, but there's nothing useful. And the Lich is closing in slowly, his bony hands outstretched towards you. One touch of those horrible fingers, and you know you're a goner. You know what's weird about this? This Lich hasn't said a fucking word, and usually Liches are mouthy as hell. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it might be Pim. Yeah. Maybe it's pronounced Punani. Yeah. Yep. Bobby has a crown. All right. Bobby's got the crown. All right. Suddenly, okay, turn the page. Okay. Suddenly, your gaze lands on something promising. It's a spell your father must have devised himself, because you've never heard of it. It's a long shot. You're not even sure you can cast it. And if you do, there's no guarantee it's going to work. I don't believe you, Jess. Sonny and Turok are having a meeting, weirdos. The Lich lunges for you, but you dodge out of the way. You need just another few seconds. Finally, you're ready. Trembling with fright, you force yourself to utter the words of the spell. The Lich stops abruptly in its tracks. Across his skeletal hands, flesh begins to appear. Next, nerves and arteries wrap themselves around the bone. Then sheaths of muscles and tendon cover them. Finally, skin begins to form. Its face, too, begins to change. The eye sockets fill in, the cheeks, the nose. A human countenance emerges. A man, very old, but definitely very much alive. What have you done? Gasped the Lich. Since I couldn't kill you, say, I've simply brought you back to life instead. The Lich is stunned. It holds up its newly fleshed arms and looks at itself in disbelief. Meanwhile, you step over to the work table and begin tugging at Nim's foot. In a few moments, it's free, and you're examining the injury. But you don't understand, says the Lich. Now turn to a living man. I liked you the way I was. Now someday I'm going to die. I have to face that. That's what we all have to face, this poor Lich. I was wrong. There's no choice after this. But look at this. Oh my goodness, it's the Lich turning to flesh. That's pretty cool. Way to go, Roslov. All right. All right, so you say unsympathetically. We all have to face death sooner or later. My father, myself, even Nim here. All will one day cease to exist. But now I'll have to go out into the world again, moans the old man. You'll get used to it. Nim's legs seem to be all right. You help him onto your shoulder, then tuck your father's book under your arm and head for the door. But my magic, my power, it's all gone. What am I going to do? How will I live? The old man cries. You'll figure out something, I'm sure. Once outside, Nim bristles with questions. What was that spell, anyway? Some sort of strong death spell, a power word spell? No, you laugh. None of those. Those spells wouldn't work on a Lich. The spell I used is called Raise Dead. The end. Wow, we kicked his butt. Come on, son of a Lich. There we go. There goes his immortality. So now it has to do it again. D-Money, yeah, it might be able to turn you, but it lost all its magic too. I don't know why it loses his magic. Where's his Horcrux? There you go. You'll get used to it, but not for long. Nope. Hey, we got Dave, guitar off the cuff in here. Dave, it's been a minute. How you doing, bud? It's good to see you. All right, we finished another one, my friends. Ow. I agree with Ray. I think this Lich was a half-assed Lich. That's it? Yeah, that's it. Oh, kind of anticlimactic. That was over fast. Yeah, it kind of was. No, there wasn't three choices. What three choices? Read another one now. No, that's not how this works, Jess. No, we can chat for a bit. I'll hang out for a little bit. Well, we're done early, but we'll discuss what we're going to read next time. Guys, we're going to close the poll out here real quick. It looks like we got 9 votes in. And I see the winner. So let's see what happens when I click end poll. We got 9 votes. Let's see. Coming in last is Poor Circus of Fear. It's a good one, too, guys. I got to tell you. Poor Circus of Fear is last. Villains of Alternus with 11%. Not that great. Number 3 in third place. Captive Planet in second, 22%. And we are reading Prisoner of Elderwood with a whopping total of 66%. You guys want to read Prisoner of Elderwood next time, so you voted for Elderwood, so you got 2 in a row that you voted for, Jess. Last time you voted for Lair the Lich, which we just read. All right, so these 3 will be on the poll again next time. I'll add another one to this that we haven't read. At least I'll try to get one there. Maybe I'll put one on there that we haven't read already. I'm going to try to get some more. If I can find my G.I. Joe ones, that would be awesome. Because I've got 2 or 3 of those. Yeah, but you voted for Elderwood too. No clowns. If there's no clowns in the Circus of Fear, man. Jess speaks and we listen. There we go, David. Well, you missed the book reading, David, but, you know, they killed the Lich. Turned the Lich into a man with a raised dead spell. I don't know if that would work either. Liches have magic resistance. Where was his magic resistance? I don't think this was a Lich. I think this was the guy who thought he was a Lich and turned himself into a stupid zombie. I guess he would technically be immortal as a zombie. Oh, if he had his brain. A zombie lord. He may have turned himself into a zombie lord. Maybe 1 year. There's no white worm or the white worm. Yes, I don't have that. If you've got that book, send it to me. I'll put it on the poll, but Lair the Lich is in the books. We read that one. All right, so next time we got the Captive Planet, got the Villains of Alternus, and we got the Circus of Fear. Still going to be on the poll for next time. Now let me do this because we got the time. Okay, so Villains of Alternus is alone on a strange planet with only your electronic compupal team. You must face the deadly dangers of the mystery planet Volturnus. What will you do? Will you seek help from Arnia and her strange tribe of 9 tentacled what Navapusses? Oh my goodness, this is fun in the making already. Like, I'm not gonna read it anymore. Wait, Captain Planet. No, it's Captive Planet. Now, Circus of Fear. You know too much. You learn with a cruel circus owner that a cruel circus owner takes over the country. Somehow you must get away and expose his scheme. What will you do? Will you tell the animal trainer, even though he can turn his menagerie of ferocious beasts loose on you? Will you tell your story to the boastful trapeze artist who holds your life in his hands high above the center ring? Or will you seek help from the elder show, from the sideshow freaks who want to turn you into a living mummy? Action and adventure are yours in every endless quest book. This one was fun. I like this one. We should have done that. I should have wrote the synopsis. I think I was going to start doing that at the beginning. I just don't want to. I want to make sure we have time to read. Let's see. For Captive Planet, you are honored to be chosen because of your computer wizardry to accompany the famous Unit 5 crew on their mission to the remote planet of New Pale. But the mission, they become more than you bargained for when you learn that evil Sathar are the force behind problems on the troubled planet. You are about to enter the exciting world and experienced by players of the popular Star Frontiers. I never played Star Frontiers. That would have been cool. I never even saw it in my local hobby shops. It wasn't available where I was, at least. So Yeah, that one sounds interesting too. Still no card? What do you mean, no card? All right, but Prisoner of Elderwood. This is what we're going to be doing next time, guys. There's the big cover. Yeah. Wow. Okay, imprisoned by conquering King Craddock, you, Redmond Longbow, are forced to strike a strange bargain with the evil king. If you are successful, you will gain not only your own freedom, but that of your oppressed country. But if you fail, you will meet your doom in the depths of the enchanted forest of Elderwood. Nice. We got a forest adventure coming up. Forest of Elderwood, you are the prisoner. Okay. I haven't read, like I said, I haven't read this one before. At least not that I recall. No, I never call them because I hate people. Do not stop being mean. I live vicariously through your vicious reign. I call them because I hate people. I like that. Okay, David. Oh, you guys, man, this was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys so much. That was very cool. Lots of interaction. I think we had a good time. Now, do you guys like the wider screen format, or you want me to go back to the little screen? Because that intro is awesome, but I'm going to have to redo it from full screen. People are overrated most times. It's true. It's true, babe. Forest of elderberries. He smells the elderberries. Nah, Elderwood, man. That actually sounds cool. It's another Bruce Algeson. We just read one by Bruce Algeson, and now we got another one. All right, let me see. That looks like a Jeff Easley cover, too. So we got Jeff Easley on the cover, yep. And interior art by somebody named Gary Williams. Looks okay. There's a picture on the interior. That Jeff Easley cover is awesome, I have to say. I thought that was Kevin. You prefer horizontal. And make a call today, so now I'm on break for 2 years. I hate calling the places like I've had to call Social Security a few times. I hate that, but I'm on disability, so sometimes I have no choice. But yeah, when I have to call people, I just hate it. I've never been a fan of calling. I hate texting even more. I don't know. You think that would be easier, right? Got used to Discord though, guys. Hang on a second. Got a little bit down the wrong pipe, I think. Can't stand making phone calls. Nope. Well, all right, you guys. This was a lot of fun. And we'll read Prisoner of Elderwood next time. Any ideas, guys? Because we do have Animorphs Endless Quest books too. I could read some of those, but I just have to get them out of my storage area. I've got to get in there and get all that stuff out of there. Anyway. For the text, if I have to speak to someone, there you go. But you can't get away with texting. No more calling. Got to go to SSA in person now. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's even less fun, Ray. Going down to the SSA office. No. Okay, let me see what we got coming up. Tomorrow, we got Fridays from the Hill. We're going to be talking about My Neighbor Totoro. We've watched it before, but we haven't watched it recently, so we need to watch that tonight. Never heard of Animorphs? Animorphs is about a group of teenagers that experience an alien crash. And the alien, there are two types. One's hunting him, and the other one gives them the power to change into animals. And there are 5 of them that get this power. It's pretty cool. 7 hours later, you still haven't been seen. Yeah, there you go. But Animorphs was really cool by Christine Applegate. I don't think it's that Christine Applegate. Damn it. Hey, we got Christopher Works in the house just in time to say goodbye. It's good to see you, Christopher. We'll be on longer tomorrow night. We're going to be doing, Tiger's got a bunch of shorty shorts to share this week. I might make one tomorrow if I get the time. It's good to see you, Chris. Just saying hi before bed. Yep. But we're about to sign off anyway. You missed the book reading, though. Next time we're going to be reading Prisoner of Elderwood. And let me see. I've got that slotted for September 18th next month. So 1 month from now. Got fever and the only prescription is more Fireball. Well, at least it's not more cowbell. You will stay on for another hour. I don't think so, Jess. But yeah, I'll hang out for a bit, guys. This weekend we had both of our games canceled. This last weekend I had a lot of stuff happen. We had people getting sick for the Isle of Dragonhead game. I had a tooth pulled, and so we had to reschedule it to this Sunday. So hopefully we'll be playing Monday. We're hopefully be playing Mag Stormwings. So military action game. Fun read. Oh, well, thanks, Bobby. I hope you had a good time. That's the whole idea, is that we all have a good time. So hope you did. I'm glad you think it was a fun read. Like I said, we'll read this one next time. Let me see. Next week on the G.I. Joe Gamer channel, we have got G.I. Joe, my Joe tapes, number 70. I'll be taking a look at the sub-team, the Iron Grenadiers, or Grenadiers is what I always call them. But we're mainly looking at the character Iron Grenadier himself, but I'm going to look at the whole sub-team too, because Destro's in there. And you got Dark Lawn, which I picked up recently, so I have that figure. The part I saw was fun. Not sure about before I got here. It was fun, David. But that's okay. Next game that I play in after Dragonhead. Yes, I don't know. Look, we got games coming up. You're not in the Carnage games yet. We got that one coming up on September 1st, actually, on Labor Day. Everybody agreed to play on that day. Military action game Blackjack Platoon. You're in that one. That's on September 8th. Okay, and that's the only one you're in, I think. Night, I'll catch you tomorrow. All right, Chris. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Christopher Works, Fireball King. Thanks for being with us, buddy. You always remind us about Fireball. Yeah, we got games coming up. Unless something happens and we have to cancel, which shit does happen. Unfortunately, that's life. But yeah, so after that, I'm going to be starting early for the Iron Grenadiers. Instead of 7, I'll be starting at 6 Mountain, so that'd be 8 o'clock Eastern. So I'm starting a little earlier because we're also having Logan's Overwatch afterwards at 8 p.m. So that'd be 10 o'clock Eastern. So yeah, that's what's coming up on the G.I. Joe Gamer channel. And that is the last of my summer of G.I. Joe Lady Bloodright. There'll be one more clip that I'll share before I put the whole movie together and premiere it in probably October is what I'm looking at now. I can fill it for anyone that can't play. Well, Jess, you would be welcome in the Carnage game, but you'd have to have a character. That's the problem. Military action game Flapjack Tape Tickler. No, that's not. It's Blackjack Platoon, sir. Tape Tickler. But that's what we got coming up. And the next week we've got Radio from the Hilt on Thursday night. We're doing the rest of our anime. I need to make some more anime songs. I haven't made any. Like I said, I've been really busy making my G.I. Joe movies. So we're going to have some fun. We got lots of good, cool stuff coming up. And we had fun tonight. So I appreciate you all joining me. There's all these sorts of ways to support us. There's that, I got to do this YouTube shit. There's the like button at the bottom. You can share, you can subscribe, all that good stuff. There are super chats if you liked it, you want to support us and all that. Or memberships. We got those too. And next month I'll be giving 10 more memberships away. So we got quite a few members now. So thank you guys so much for the support. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you a lot. And I can't say enough about this group of people. You guys are just some of the coolest people I've met online. And I always appreciate you. The movie in theaters yet? No, it won't be in theaters. It'll be on From the Hilt at first, and then later on I'll put it on G.I. Joe Gamer channel too. Don't make fun of my game, Ray. Make fun of the others. When you go live and get out there, it's open game. making fun of. You know, we should all have a thick skin. If you make fun of me, I'm not going to get all offended and mad because I'm putting myself out there. So if you want to make, sometimes it is funny. So, you know, I'll laugh with you. Flapjack back tickler. That one works. So anyway, that's the skinny, and I think I've stretched this out to almost about an hour and a half. But you know, as long as we read for about a good hour, which we did, that's cool. You know, kind of what we like to do around here is just read and have some fun. And it seems like you guys interacted a lot and had a good time, so I accomplished my goal. Looks like I might be wearing this shirt again tomorrow for Radio from the Hill, but I don't appear on camera, so that one doesn't matter. I'll make fun of you more often than okay. I can take it. I got a thick skin. I'm not worried about it. But we can tease each other. That's the whole idea, you know. I don't tease people unless I care about them. So you know that. Oh man. So yeah, tomorrow night we're doing Radio from the Hill. Hope you guys join me. We're listening to a lot of good tunes. Got some community clips. Hopefully we'll get some from Jess. Might have a few from Sergeant Dan if he decides he wants to join the group, and I'll give some community clips. He just shared some songs with me today. I got 2 more to listen to. The first one is really good, so you know, hopefully he'll jump on the bandwagon and share some clips with us. If he doesn't, that's cool too. But on that note, my friends, I think I'm going to call it quits tonight. I still need to get something to eat. I appreciate you being with me. Thank you so much. If you're watching the replay, thank you. Hope you have fun and listen to us be crazy and be doing my silly voices. You pronounce words wrong. Yeah. Where's Phil? I think he ate the fruit, Jess. Phil just takes off when he's ready to go. He doesn't say goodbye. He always just goes. You know, Phil's not here. Yeah, it's all right. So Jess, Ray, Cool Gamer. Hope you guys had fun. Dave, if you're still hanging with us. Christopher, I know you took off. Thank you so much. Richard, the dungeon crawler, showed up tonight. Thank you guys all so much. Hopefully we'll see most of you tomorrow night and on Friday. So we've got, no, we don't have Radio from the Hill tomorrow. What am I thinking? We got Radio from the Hill next week. Lieutenant Dan. No, he's Sergeant Dan. Sergeant Dan, yeah. Not Lieutenant Dan. I think he really was a sergeant in the military. So, yeah, I've talked to him for a long time, but I don't know if he's a real sergeant or not. I have to ask him. I think he said he was. So we shall see. So yes, tomorrow night is Fridays from the Hill. My brain works properly. It's Thursday tonight. So, yeah, you can go. Thanks. I appreciate the permission, Jess. Jess is wanting to be my manager now. Jess, you know, if you want to be the manager, I got to get paid. And yeah, that's what makes you get paid. Good night, peeps. Yes. Good night, my friends. I appreciate you hanging out. And on that note, we will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys take care.
Of secret agent.
I want all of that in here.
I do not understand.
I do. I understood that reference.
Next time, baby.